Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So this is video 3 or 4 of the Bali trip, which was 5 days long. I believe this is day 4, where we are doing river rafting in Ubud. So in order to do this, in order to sign up for this, what we need is to approach any of the river rafting companies that is available in Ubud. I was a single traveler, so I was not able to pre-book anything, and when I did check with my uh, with the organizer, they were not able to promise me one of these rides, because you need a minimum of 4 people to be go on this rafting, because the raft takes 4 people, or you need to be able to combine with somebody. So I just tried my luck. I went straight to the rafting company, and there, while I was waiting and talking to the office assistant, another group of people came in. So I was lucky to get a slot. So there were 4 people in the raft along with a guide. So you will sign up there. They will give you all the safety equipment, which includes uh, life vest, a helmet. That's pretty much it. So you could wear any kind of shoes you like, as long as you don't mind getting wet. I did have my dive shoes with me, so I wore those. Clothes, you will definitely get wet, so you will have to try and wear something which you're comfortable in, right? So and then you get your life jackets, your helmets, your paddle, then a bumpy ride through through the roads on the back of their truck, where they would transport even the raft. I believe the rafts are also being transported similarly. And I believe the thing that you need to notice, or to take note of, is that there's quite a bit of walking involved in this. So you will need to climb down close to 400 steps to reach the river, and then once you finish your rafting, you will need to climb up another 200 odd steps. So yes, for me, this was the same day that I did, the trek to Mount Batur, the ATV, and river rafting in a single day. And by the time I reached the raft, my legs were jelly. I was hardly able to walk. But anyways, this is something which I wanted to do from quite some time. So I said, definitely want to try this out. So you get onto your raft. They will give you a brief set of instructions. The instructions is about how to sit in your raft, how to hold your paddle, what is forward paddle, what is backward paddle, and then they have something called a jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle is basically you just jump in your raft so that if it is stuck on a rock, it gets loose. And then they will give you a stop and start commands, which means you start paddling or you stop paddling, because when you are in these rapids, you as a person who's just going along for the ride would not be paddling. It would be the guys, the guide who's at the back, who would be controlling the raft most of the time. Yes, but during the other durations, when you're on a straight or a calmer waters, you would be paddling forward or backwards based on what his command is. This was almost 2.5 hours long. I think most of the rafting companies have the same thing. The route is really, really picturesome. It's amazingly green, with a lot of work on the stones, stone carvings on the left and the right. You could see that, and there was, I believe, this it goes back to the Bali tradition. They call it the Bali Hindu, so it is a maybe a offshoot of Hinduism itself. So you could see a lot of Mahabharata or Ramayana characters being drawn into the walls. And throughout the trip, throughout the river, they're like different rapids. It's not like continuously full of rapids. You get a few minutes and then you hit the next one. The water is not really fast or deep. The video is at 1.5x, so that's the reason why it might look a little fast. I try to compress it as much as possible, but it is, it wouldn't be like one of those things that you would see in the video, where people jumping and bouncing. But you do have some places where you do that, but they do make to try to do these kind of things where they drive you into a waterfall, and then you go ahead and get wet, obviously. And then this is one of those waterfalls where we stopped and took the videos and pictures. So that's the way, the guy taking my video, and this is the video he took. So this is one of those interesting ones, where you would stop for a few minutes, get down, and get drenched if you want to, right? And then also throughout the way, you will find they will stop at one of the rest stops. The rest stops basically has serves tea, coffee, maybe a cup of noodles. So if and the good part about the whole thing is that you don't really need to pay then and there. You could have whatever you want. The guide would take a note of it, and then you pay back at at the center. So while you start your trip, they would tell you that you can take your mobile phones with you. I had my action camera, so I latched it onto my helmet. I did take my mobile camera as well. The guide will have a waterproof pouch in which he would store all your mobiles, or you could also buy these waterproof pouches on the way. They sell them for, I think, a few dollars, which you can sling it around your neck. Amazing waterfalls throughout the way. The rapid, like I said, is not very fast, but it's definitely relaxing. It does take time. It does take around 2.5 hours to reach. This is one of those rest stops I was talking about. You will see a lot of rafts parked. Let me say it that way, parked over there, and then you will find them selling tea, coffee. A break of maybe 15-20 minutes, and then you're off again. And through the entire river, on the left hand side, some parts you'll see some beautiful resorts. I believe it will be really nice. So, and the way they control the raft is really funny. So they go on a 360 turn. So they would go hit a rock if they have to, and then the raft would turn around completely. And then sometimes you even go, bump into the walls, and then you get stuck. The whole fun is that you get to enjoy this water and the thrill for almost 2 hours, right? It was quite fun, and towards the end they also take you through a water slide. I think it's a man-made slide. It was like more like a small waterfall which they converted into a slide for the rafts, so that you can have that one steep plunge into the water towards the end. And then they would finish off the ride. So this is a monkey path you see on top, for the monkeys, and the one behind is for the bigger monkeys, which is humans. So they have a monkey path, and this is the slide which I was talking about. So it's like quite a steep one, and then you go boom into the water. And then after that, it's fairly calmer after this, and then kind of comes to the end. Once you finish your ride, it was mostly close to the center that they would finish the ride, and then you have to walk up the stairs. Like I said, 200 odd stairs, the steps. Walk up, return your gear, and then you can collect photos. They on somewhere during this stretch, there would be photographers sitting in a shade trying to take your pictures. So these pictures would be displayed on the computer there, which you can buy for a few dollars. I believe it's around $10 or $15 in order to get your pictures. So this was an amazing one. I wouldn't say, like I said, not too fast, but it's more like a relaxing one. But you will be in the water for almost 2 hours. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. I would be putting in my last one for the Bali trip, which is a diving, which was the main intention of the trip, pretty soon. Thank you very much for watching. Please do let me know if you have any comments, and feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions on how to organize a trip to Bali. Thank you very much. Have a good one there.